For this part of the course, let's talk a little bit about basic choreography techniques. First of all, one of the most important points is the timing of your dance. If you're choreographing a dance, make sure you hit every beat within the dance and don't take any of these beats away if they're essential to the flow of the movement. Secondly, know the genre of your dance. If your dance is a West Coast piece or a cha-cha, there's nothing worse than dancing it to an incorrect piece of music. Also, another important pointer is make sure there's no other dancers choreographed to your piece of music. A little bit of research in this point can go a long way. Have a look at ELD, see if you can see any other dancers on this site choreographed to that same music. If you can't see anything on ELD, perhaps it's worth putting a little search into Google, list the music followed by the word line dance, and see if anything comes up. If there's any dancers to this same piece of music, it's maybe worth looking for something a little bit more unique. So when talking about the rhythm of the dances, it's important that you take the time to make sure that your dance is starting at the right place. Sometimes this is pretty obvious. You can start in the vocals or the heavy beat. However, it's not always the case. Perhaps the phrasing of your dance will work better if you start the dance at a different place. And this is more important than starting at the obvious place. Another thing is tags and restarts. If you hear a change in the music, this does not always indicate that it's a change in rhythm also. Therefore, you may not need a tag or restart. And if it can be missed out or omitted, why would you need to put one in? Don't put tags or restarts where they're not needed, but at the same time, don't dance through the music where a tag or restart would really make the dance something special, phrased perfectly to the music. A final point when it comes to choreography is writing scripts. It's one of the most difficult parts of choreography. And you may know that even some well-known choreographers sometimes get assistance when writing their scripts. However, if you're new to choreography, it's important you learn how to write a script and know that your own choreography is being written correctly. Take the time to write your own script, especially the first few times, just to become familiar with the process. If you feel that you are struggling in writing a script, again, take the time to research. Look at other scripts that have similar moves in, or scripts that perhaps have the same move in that you have in your dance. This is a way you can see how it's done by other people and learn how to do it yourself. Therefore, in future, even if time doesn't permit you to write your own scripts, what you will know how to do is to be able to check over your scripts, make sure they're done correctly, and make sure they're put out to the world in the way you would want them to be put out. A badly written script can really break or make a wonderful dance. You can learn a little bit more about music and rhythm in the next part of the course.